With all the noise that the Democratic Socialists of America are making right now, I think it's about time for the Democratic Republican Party to come together under one unified message to squash the DSA. Check this out.
The DSA calls for extreme left-wing policies, including replacing the President of the United States, replacing the U.S. Supreme Court, abolishing the U.S. Senate, defunding the Department of War, ending immigration and customs enforcement detentions and deportations, and amnesty for all illegal immigrants, among just a few things that they want to get done. The DSA co-chair, Megan Romer, is standing by the radical wish list.
Just give me sort of a true or false on these. Abolish the Senate.
True.
Okay. Replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them.
Yep.
Abolish ICE.
Absolutely.
Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
As a long-term plan, yep.
Defund the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Yeah, absolutely. The establishment Democrats should be worried about the voters and about what the voters think and about what the constituency thinks. And right now they have not been delivering, and our candidates are and have been, and it's resonating with voters.
I am tired of a set of people on the very far left in the Democratic Party, my party, telling us that in order for us to be progressives, we now have to believe ideas and support ideas that are completely nuts.
You got a set of defunding, decriminalizing, open borders. We have run that play and gotten our butts kicked. We don't need to do it a second time to see if if the movie turns out any different.
I think what Dana said is something we should take into account. I remember when New York and California in my lifetime both had Republican governors. I'm a believer that performance means a lot more, and I'll use the word, no pun intended, performance trumps population patterns all the time. President Trump was a unique and transformational figure in politics. He got union households in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania to vote for him. These are the same states that less than 15 years ago, Barack Obama won in 2012 and 2008. Bill Clinton in my lifetime was transformative as a Democrat because he helped everyday working class white Americans come back to the party after Ronald Reagan famously got Reagan Democrats in Michigan and Pennsylvania to vote for him.
Did President Trump launch this Iran war to reset the financial markets globally? Check this out.
Trump doesn't need to win this war. He needs to end it at the right time. And once you see the timeline, the next 4 months explain themselves. Because wars do not end when somebody wins anymore. They end when the man running them has everything he wanted. And Trump's list is almost complete. Look at what this war already bought him. Oil and inflation jumped and markets crashed. So trillions in scared money ran into U.S. treasuries, refinancing America's debt for cheap. Trump is about to turn every smartphone on the planet into an American bank account, and it could trigger the greatest economic boom in American history. It's called a stablecoin, a digital dollar anyone on earth can hold with nothing but a phone, no bank required, and it moves across borders in seconds. Here's how that makes America rich. By law, every stablecoin must be backed by real dollars and U.S. government debt. So every person in Argentina, Nigeria, or Turkey who swaps their collapsing currency for digital dollars forces more American debt to get bought automatically. Now scale that up. Billions of people holding dollars for the first time ever. That's the largest expansion of the dollar in history. America prints the money, the entire world lines up to hold it, and the debt gets funded by global demand instead of American taxpayers.
Banking as a service, otherwise known as digital banking, is the most lucrative business model that no one has heard of. And it's going to be a good one. Check this out.
You may not realize it, but we're in the middle of a major shift in how each of us manages our money. And it's all because of that smart device you're likely using to watch this video. If you've ever used a banking app, you are a part of this shift. And now there are more banking app options than ever, many of which aren't even banks. They use something called banking as a service to provide you banking products. Banking as a service, or BaaS, is where a traditional bank or financial institution, such as Evolve Bank and Trust, provide access to banking infrastructure and services to third-party companies. Fintech companies, such as Dave, partner with banks like Evolve to utilize various services within the bank. For the end user, you may never realize a brick-and-mortar bank is backing your banking app, but be glad they are. Evolve and other partner banks not only offer these companies' products and services, but also FDIC insurance, compliance management, and so much more.
Woo-hoo, man, this is going to be a good show, y'all. Let's get into this.
And I turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. We gon' turn up to another level. And we gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. Can't help myself, I can't help myself. When I get to praising up in this place, I lose my breath. I can't help myself. When I get to praising up in this place, can't help myself. Why they party? I'm in here grinding. Money I'm stacking. Why they rock diamonds? I can't relate to them, ain't much in common. I set a goal for me 2 or 3 commas. 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures. On a slow pace to get rich quick. Same time we just think different. Cause when you make it, it hit different.
What it do, y'all? It's your partner Dale back in the saddle game for another edition of the Countermove Podcast. Here on Thursday evening, guys. Had a little bit of a late start. Don't shout me down real quickly, guys. If you could do me a favor, if you don't mind, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And if you could, guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, if you're getting value, do me a favor, guys, if you could go ahead and subscribe. That helps us out, guys. And if you could share it, so folks can get some value as well. This is going to be, I think, a very, very good Countermove podcast, guys. We have a lot to talk about, which is going to be good. A lot of stuff that is important to talk about, and I think you're going to love it. So let's dive into our topics really quickly, guys, and then we'll get into it. Here is our first topic. Well, here we go. The topics, guys. Number one, we're going to talk about, man, I've been really talking about the Democratic Socialists of America, guys. They have been everywhere. They've been the loudest in the room. So I believe there's a message that both the Republican Party and Democrat Party can actually present to the American people in a unified standpoint to, in my opinion, squash this socialist movement, guys. I'm going to talk about that. Number two, this is probably going to be the most eventful part of the discussion. The Trump-Iran conflict of war. Was this war intentionally started by Trump to reset the financial global markets? Just saying. Was this whole war put in place to reset the entire global markets when it comes to financial markets, the banking? Talk about that, guys. All right. And number three, guys, I'm going to talk about this. Banking as a service, or digital banking. All right. Banking as a service, guys, or digital banking. This is the most lucrative business model that no one has heard of. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to expose that. And we're going to talk about how you can actually get paid right by partnering with digital banks. This is a business model for you behind. And of course, I'm going to give you my thoughts on all three of these things, guys. 1 second. What's up? How you guys doing on Instagram? Your partner is here. Good to see you guys. 1 second. I'm going to get everybody up in this thing real fast, baby, because they be getting mad over me over here on Instagram when I don't have them on this boy. So give me a second, guys. Hope this. Anyways, guys, here we go. Let's dive in this thing. Here we go. All right, guys. First thing we're going to talk about today, guys, is we're going to jump right into our topic, right, real fast. Defeating the socialist message. What Republicans and Democrats should be saying to the voters to really help make their lives better. They did a great job at making it worse, so now you got to fix it. The loudest voice in the room has been the socialist movement on the Democrat side, right? That's been the loudest in the room. And they've been using the word called affordability. That word's been used a lot, okay? And what I would like to do is talk more about that, if you don't mind. And I believe, guys, you're going to be very happy with what you actually see. All right? So we're going to revisit their platform, right? And I want you guys to hear exactly what they're saying, okay? Exactly what they're saying. So write this down, guys. Some of you guys may know it. Indulge me for a second, all right? Some folks have not. So what's going to happen is we're going to go through their platform and what message both the Republicans and Democrats should be talking about. And guys, I'm going to bring in a Democrat that actually said it. He actually said it, and he did a phenomenal job doing the thing. So, guys, let's dive into this thing real fast, guys. Let's bring in real fast Martha McCallum. She actually brought in one of their, I guess, co-chairs, and she initially went over. Hold on one second. Where did I go? There we go. She initially went over. Whoa. Okay. What's going on here? There I am, y'all. Here I am. She initially went over their platform. So we're gonna go through their platform real fast. We're gonna bring in two of their chairs, and then we're gonna bring in the political side, the counter. We're gonna bring in a Democrat that says they get the rebuttal to what's been brought up and what Republicans should be saying and Democrats should be saying united, because guys, they're winning these elections. They really are. It's just in deep blue areas, but the Democratic Socialists of America are winning, and they're using the word called affordability. Okay? Here you go. Let's dive into it. Here is Martha McCallum. Let's dive into it. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Democratic Socialists starting to look ahead to the 2028 presidential race after victories in this year's congressional primaries. Their agenda includes getting rid of the United States Senate, letting Congress choose an executive and judiciary to replace the president and the Supreme Court, amnesty for all immigrants, ending deportations, defunding the Department of War, a wealth tax, and passing a Green New Deal, among others issues there that you see up on the board. So with that, we bring in Gustavo Cordillo, co-chair of the New York City Democratic Socialists of America. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, this is a really hot topic right now.
Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for being here. We were just talking in the break, and we were saying hello to each other. Your family came here from Peru, really in the middle of the heat of the Shining Path. They were Maoist communist guerrillas in Peru.
Wow.
So why did your family come to America?
Correct. Good question.
The economic situation in South America and in Peru was in a really bad place. But I think that much of what we could say is responsible for that actually was the imposition of capitalism, and American imperialism in many cases is actually what brings immigrants to the U.S. coming out of Latin America. And
so they come here because they don't like the imposition of American imperialism in the country that they're in?
Yes, in many countries.
So they come here.
In many countries, there have been undemocratic coups that have destabilized countries, and that's pushed people out.
Oh, well, you would think they would want to go somewhere that wasn't imposing that on them if that were the case. But, it's interesting because the Shining Path, if you look at what they wanted to overthrow the democratic institutions in Peru. They wanted to abolish capitalism in Peru. And we see some of those same threads in the DSA in terms of what it stands for. And one of the things is very basic. We've just celebrated the 250th anniversary of the country. And one of the most basic things is Article 1
Correct.
in our Constitution. Are you in favor of abolishing Article 1 of the Constitution?
No, we support a democratic route to transformative change in the United States. We think that we need to put the working class before the billionaire class.
So you don't want to abolish the Senate, the United States Senate, because that's what Article 1 is.
The United States Senate is an undemocratic institution. It
Wow.
gives more representation to people in smaller states than to the 30
That's why you
million
have the
people in
balance. So
California.
you've got the House of Representatives, which is population driven, and then you've got the Senate. So every state, if you're a small state, you still get 2 senators, even though you only get maybe 1 congressman, in order to make all of the states have fair representation. So you say, I'm just confused.
When you ask normal Americans
Yeah.
if Congress and the Senate and our political system is working for them, most people are very unhappy with the political system and they say it's not working for them. When we think about the 250th anniversary of the United States and we think about our proudest moments in US history, I think of times like when ordinary people rose up and they changed the Constitution.
Y'all gotta stop this, guys. Thank you guys for on Instagram and for the happy birthdays. Today is my birthday, guys. I'm 47 years old and I still look better than you. It's okay. Talk to Jesus about that thing. Anyways, thank you guys for your birthday sentiments, guys. I gotta stop this because this is their co-chair, and he didn't understand the Constitution. That's one chair. All right. That's one chair. So they do want to abolish ICE and all this and all that. Now, that's one chair. Now, let's bring in Dana Perino. She actually brought in another co-chair. No, I'm sorry. That was not. This was another one. But here is another Fox that brings in someone that's a little bit more, I'd say, more established, may know a little bit more than what the young man talked about, but she goes after this person respectfully, but she really pushes this person. We have to revisit their platform so you understand their message, okay? Here we go.
Say are ultimately going to hurt the Democrat Party. So let's talk about it with the national co-chair of the Democratic Socialists of America, Megan Romer. Megan, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Shannon.
Okay, so there's this growing conversation about whether you can exist within the party, whether you want to upend it for your own purposes, a totally different platform. The Daily Economy quotes you saying this at a DSA convention last year. We will win by making conditions so intolerable for the ruling class that they would rather give in to our demands than continue to live with the disturbance we cause until we are able to fully seize power ourselves. Is that aimed at the Democrat Party?
It's aimed from the working class to the ruling class. So the two-party duopoly, the two corporate parties, it is aimed at both of them, and it comes from the working class.
So should Van Jones and Rahm Emanuel and James Carville and all of the establishment Democrats be worried about DSA plans from within their tent?
The establishment Democrats should be worried about the voters and about what the voters think and about what the constituency thinks. And right now they have not been delivering, and our candidates are and have been, and it's resonating with voters.
So Jamie Harrison, who was the DNC chair, after you guys had such a big night in New York City and knocking off some of those incumbents and having success with your candidates in the congressional primaries, he said, if you hate the Democratic Party, then don't run for our nomination. Don't use our resources. Don't rely on our volunteers. Don't use our infrastructure. Focus on building the party you actually support. Other Democrats out there saying, this is a separate party, the DSA. You don't belong within the party. How do you respond to his statements?
Yeah, I mean, the two parties have, over years and decades, created a system where ballot line access is extremely difficult for third parties. I also have been told a lot of times by Democrats, don't vote third party, it's wasting your vote. So we run on the Democratic ballot line where it makes sense. We run independents sometimes where that is a viable possibility, but it's a ballot line. And what matters is what the voters think, and the voters are overwhelmingly choosing our candidates.
They certainly did in New York and in other places, Colorado and others. It's not just a big city phenomenon or just a blue coastal phenomenon. Sure. Okay, so we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform. And I want to ask you, just give me sort of a true or false on these. Abolish the Senate.
True.
Okay, replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them.
Yep.
Abolish ICE.
Crazy town.
Absolutely.
Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
As a long-term plan, yep.
Defund the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay, so then let's go back through some of those then. Abolish the Senate.
Listen to
there
this.
are people who are in the Senate now who are very supportive of DSA. They lose their seats?
Well, the Senate is an anachronistic institution. It comes from the British House of Lords.
There we go.
It is
Talking points.
made to protect power.
Talking points.
You know, the Senate was part of the system that was made to make sure that the people didn't have too much of a say. We want to expand Congress significantly, but make it a unicameral legislature.
Okay, and without the presidency and Supreme Court. So abolish ICE.
These people don't understand the Constitution. They're talking about eliminating Article 1, 2, and 3. Presidency, Senate, legislation branch, and the judiciary branch. They're talking about destroying the entire system. Literally. And people are really voting for this garbage. I mean, just yay! I call them clapping seals. They don't know they have no clue what they're talking about. This is sad. Now, guys, let's go to there's someone as a Democrat socialist in Wisconsin who is in the lead right now. I mean, in the Democrat primary, she's in the lead right now. I mean, by a wide margin, and she's crazy town. Folks is voting with people. Yay! Voting for the clapping seals. Voting for it, guys. And so we're gonna dive into it, y'all. She goes again. They're going on Fox. I haven't seen them go on any liberal networks. If they have, I would love to see it. So that's why I'm using Fox, guys, because that's the only one I can find them. All right, here we go. Here it is.
And you know, I love that state. It's seen as one of the most competitive toss-up states this November. The primary is less than 2 weeks away. Polls show my next guest as the Democratic frontrunner for governor. She's a state assemblywoman and a Democratic Socialist, and she is not shy from far-left proposals. Take a listen to this.
Rapid fire. Do you support repealing Act 10?
Yes.
Universal child care?
Yes.
Free school meals?
Yes.
Guaranteed pay leave?
Yes.
Abolishing ICE?
Yes.
A 1-year data center moratorium?
Yes.
Breaking up big ag?
Yes.
Public grocery stores?
Yes.
Right to repair?
Yes.
Legalizing cannabis?
Yes.
Overturning Citizens United?
Yes.
A workers' bill of rights?
Yes.
A free Palestine?
Yes.
And for Jessica Hong.
And there you go, guys. You just heard the entire platform for Wisconsin. And she's ahead by a wide margin in Wisconsin. This is on the Democrat Party side. If there's a Republican side that's like this, please expose them to me so we can call them out. Please. But this is what's going on, guys. Again, now, guys, there is, I'm going to bring this on, there is a counter movement on the Democrat side because they do not want this message on their side. So let's bring in a congressman on the Democrat side who went on Fox, and he actually commented on the Democratic Socialists of America, and he actually did a pretty good job. So we had to say, here we go, let's get into it.
Access to the rolls. I don't know why.
Joining us for tonight's big close-up is Democrat New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer, the perfect person for me to ask about this, Congressman. We always appreciate when a Democrat is willing to come on and mix it up with us. So I got to ask you, not only because you're a Democrat, but also because you represent New Jersey. I got to ask you about these non-citizens being on
God's country.
Yeah, well, we think Tennessee and Georgia are, but hey, listen, New Jersey's great too. But I do want to ask you about perhaps some of the flaws in the motor voter program, which seems to be at the heart of kind of what happened here and is likely perhaps still happening. And I know the Democrat position is maybe against Voter ID, Save America Act, but given what's happened in your state of New Jersey, do you think that there's a conversation worth having on some of the vulnerabilities there?
Well, I think in New Jersey, as you've probably read, the massive vulnerability that we found so far was a technological one. So people were getting on to the rolls who shouldn't have been because they hired this outside vendor who appears to have screwed up. At least that's what the initial reports show. But obviously nobody who shouldn't be voting. So I believe that as the governor has launched not only a full investigation, but already announced last week she was purging those who were registered who shouldn't have been. And I think we have to keep taking action like that. I think it's very important. But also, as you probably was brought up to you, but the company, Demia, who designed this program is very involved all across the government, the federal government. They're doing background checks all over the place at DHS and Department of Defense and at the FBI and screenings at the airport with the pre-check. So to me, what's most important is we get to the bottom of where these glitches are and making sure the technology is fixed.
Do you think that there are some inherent vulnerabilities, though, when you have a motor voter program that registers people to vote, non-citizens who in some cases don't even realize that they're registered to vote, don't even realize when they get that ballot in the mail that they shouldn't vote? Do you think that that presents a problem that's worth taking a look at?
Well, certainly we should look to see and make sure that in the case of the program here in New Jersey or any other state, if you're going to have registration at motor vehicles, that the system works properly. I have no problem with making it easier for citizens to register to vote and to vote. Like, we should make it easier for citizens to do so, and as long as they're actual citizens, and that's important, because why should we make it harder for people to vote? People are busy, they work hard. That's very important in our country that people can vote, but as you pointed out, let's make sure the system is airtight, and that's what I think is very important.
I love airtight with some voter ID and proof of citizenship, but I'm going to move on because we might not see eye to eye on that one. Congressman, as you know, Election Day is this Tuesday for Michigan and Missouri. The Socialists are really hoping to steal that show. This weekend, Fox News asked attendees at the DSA Summit about their plans and why they joined that socialist movement. Take a listen.
Right now, we're thinking about running a party campaign around sanctuary campuses, getting ICE off of our campuses.
If people want to say we're un-American, I say we're doing the most American thing you could possibly do.
Honestly, the same kind of stuff that I am used to growing up in the Christian church. It's a lot of the same sort of like helping out your neighbors. That's the ethos of democratic socialism.
Sick.
DSA leaders are pushing their policies to an audience that wants to overhaul that Democrat Party.
Our police and prison system is stacked toward persecuting poor people. The language that we have in there is abolishing the police and prison system that protects capital over people.
The Democratic Party needs reform. Look, this is a party that hasn't delivered enough for working class Americans. We shouldn't have watched wealth pile up in Wall Street and Silicon Valley. We need a new, bold economic visions.
Congressman, I don't believe you consider yourself a socialist, so I want to ask you, do you think that there's a lot of overlap between traditional Democrats such as yourself and the Democrat socialists that are giving the establishment a run for its money?
Well, obviously, I'm a very proud, common sense Democrat, and I don't think DSA members are Democrats. They're socialists, right? And I'm all for them having their own party if they want one. But if they're trying to take over our party, that's unacceptable to me. And their values, their ideas, and are certainly not in line with ours, and they don't support our leadership. They're trying to use the Democratic Party as a vessel for their ideas. And as you heard in some of these conventions, literally they're supporting the Communist Manifesto and Trotsky. They're anti-American. They're anti-cop. They don't believe in borders, and And frankly, the good news is there's only about 150,000 of them registered, and there's 45 million Democrats. And so we should make it very clear that they're not Democrats and they're not welcome in the Democratic Party.
But if I can say respectfully, Congressman, there are a number of Democrats who absolutely do support them. And we're talking about people like AOC, for example. Some squad members seem to be very enamored with what we're seeing out of the socialists. And I'm just curious, how do you separate the two? Because some of the real luminaries of your party seem to be very cozy and comfortable with what seems to be a creeping, metastasizing socialism within your party. And how concerned are you as well with the, as John Fetterman put it, another Democrat, he's on the Senate side, with the creeping anti-Semitism that also seems to be enveloping parts of your party? Do you see why people are concerned about that?
Yeah.
Well, certainly. It's why I'm saying that they're not welcome. It's just like in the Republican Party, you've got members who are trying to barge in with ideas that are not compatible with the Republican Party. You know who they are, and they've said, you've kind of said to them, you're not welcome here. It's the same thing. Their ideas and their values are not aligned with ours. When you're anti-cop, anti-American, you're against small businesses or owning property, that makes no sense. And I think we have to make it very clear that that they're not Democrats, they're socialists. And to your point, some of these folks, they're going to be loud, but there's just a few of them compared to where most Democrats are. And they're going to scream and yell and get a lot of attention for their ideas. But the bottom line is they're socialists. And we've got to make it pretty clear that that's not the future of the Democratic Party.
All right, Congressman.
So he's clear. This congressman does not support the Democratic Socialists of America. He is 100% clear on this. And so you see that coming out now. Let me bring in the message that both parties should be talking about. And ironically, guys, this is going to come from a Democrat whom I do respect. I don't agree with him at all, but I love what he actually said. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on this as well. Also, I wanted to get everything played out, and then we get to the spicy stuff in a second. But this is Harold from Fox News, not him. That's Greg Gutfeld. But Harold, he is a Democrat. He was a former congressman. And I love what he had to say about this whole thing. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Enough to endure liberal policies stay?
I hope not. I think what Dana said is something we should take into account. I remember when New York and California in my lifetime both had Republican governors. Yeah. I'm a believer that performance means a lot more, and I'll use the word, no pun intended, performance trumps population patterns all the time.
Yes.
President Trump was a unique and transformational figure in politics. He got union households in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania to vote for him. These are the same states that less than 15 years ago, Barack Obama won in 2012 and 2008. Yeah. Bill Clinton in my lifetime was transformative as a Democrat because he helped everyday working class white Americans come back to the party after Ronald Reagan famously got Reagan Democrats in Michigan and Pennsylvania to vote for him. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's always about performance. Ask the Republican state Senate candidate in Texas who lost the district that President Trump had won by 17 points. She lost by 31 points. 14 points, a 31-point turnaround. I'm not saying that Democrats should read any more into this than this one thing. Republicans are not performing the way they promised they would in the campaign. So as much as moving patterns may and population patterns may determine things, I think people are going to go where the cost of living is good, where the weather is good, where their kids like it, where they can get into good schools, their kids can be educated, health care is reasonable, housing is reasonable. And if you happen to be a state that nominated or voted for a Republican the last time, so be it. If it happens to be one where Democrat won, so be it. Performance trumps population.
But Emily, Harold conveniently ignored.
Harold, hand clap of praise, brother. You killed that, bro. Hey, man, I gotta say it. Yes, the Democratic Socialist Party of America, they are the loudest in the room. I would say the Democrat Party is just trying to distance themselves. The lower level ones, but the Chuck Schumers and the Jeffries, Hakeem Jeffries, They're being very lawyerless, attorney-like when it comes to their language. Bernie Sanders, he's a communist as well. But I like the message. What the socialists are saying right now, guys, is they're saying something very, very clear. Their whole idea is about one thing: affordability. Now, the math makes no sense at all because the ideas are trash. But what's happening is things are up. They are. Have things gotten a little better? Sure. But when it comes to what the Republican Party ran on, there's a lot of Republican Party voters. They're not happy. Of course, the Democrats are not happy at all. And they're not happy when it comes to what's going down. I gotta say it. So what's the message that both Republicans and Democrats should be talking about? Simple. What you should be doing, number one, is exposing the strategy of these socialists and putting their ideas, their policies on trial and exposing how dumb they are. And they are dumb. They are. I gotta say it. They're stupid. They make no sense at all. Abolishing the Senate? Abolishing the presidency? Huh? Even the judiciary branch. Sorry about that, guys. Just destroying Article 1, 2, and 3 of the Constitution. Gone. That's what their platform is. Abolishing ICE, defunding the Department of War or Defense. That makes no damn sense at all. So put their ideas on trial. And then what you do is you offer solutions to make someone's life better. Affordability. Here's an idea, guys. Hey guys, in these blue states, guys, what's happening is we're gonna have to get rid of some of these regulations, guys, because it's adding more cost to the new construction and renovation, so to speak. And it's adding holding time frame, right? And it's costing people money to hold. If there's a delay in the project, it's costing people money. Let's remove that red tape to make it easier. I'm not saying that we forego excellence. You forego you make sure there's excellence there when it comes to executing, right? But we'll get that out of the way, guys, because right now interest rates are at 6.25%. Right, people's DTI is too high. The real estate market is very stagnant right now. It is. Insurance is up. So you're going to have to make the cost to providing a service to the consumer cheaper. Now, folks, they'll point to the tariffs. I got you. I kind of agree with the tariffs a little bit, guys, because of the fact that we had badass trade deals. These trade deals was trash. Negotiated by Bush and Obama. I gotta say it. So what's the message, unified message for the Democrat Party and Republican Party? Affordability. Getting government out of the way. Common sense stuff. Common sense stuff, guys, that make people's life better. Kitchen table issues, right? Partnership with the private sector, so the small, the mid-sized businesses, right? Good policy between states and counties and cities with the federal government. Protecting our border. Good common sense. Vet the ideas. Vet them. If you guys do that, guys, under the umbrella of affordability, you will destroy this whole movement of socialism. And you put the ideas on trial, you destroy it. You kill it. Easily. Easy work. Easy work, guys. Very easy work. So, guys, I hope I added some value here, guys. I really hope I did. That was kind of a fun topic for me because of the fact that I like talking politics. And when I'm hearing dumb policies, I gotta chime in. All right. Now, this one's going to be a little spicy, guys. Okay, guys? I like this one. And this is my opinion. All right? This Iran war. Was this Trump's plan to reset the financial system as a whole? Was this a banking play to erase the debt? Was this manufactured? Then you crazy. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out, guys. I'm just looking at what's going on because Trump is oddly calm right now. Oddly calm. He knows something that we don't know. Right? Pete Hegseth, calm. Marco Rubio, calm. The cabinet is calm. Why? I think it had to do with the resetting the whole financial markets. Let me present my case. Okay? Let me present my case. Number one, here is the first video, guys, all right? I'm going to lay it out as best as I can. Okay? And I'm open to any dialogue about this. I'm open to it, all right? So here we go. Here's the first video that I would like to introduce real fast, guys. All right? Here we go. Boom. Here's our first video. All right? Let me make it bigger for the folk in the back row. All right, here we go. Here's our first video. I don't like that at all. This is better. Here we go. Boom. That's better. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. All right. Here's our first video. Hear me out. Here we go.
Trump's war with Iran, his trade war with China, and the dollar collapse all connect into one plan with one endgame most people can't see yet. Everyone thinks Iran is about oil, China about jobs, and the dollar crash to reduce debt. That's exactly what they want you to think. But Trump doesn't want a normal America. He wants the greatest America in history. And to get there, he has to break the system the world built around it. Iran is how he takes back control of energy. China is how he takes back control of manufacturing. The weak dollar is how he forces every factory, every job, every supply chain to come home. A cheap dollar makes American exports unbeatable. American products flood the world. And American power resets to where it was 50 years ago. This isn't decline, this is a reset. And Trump literally told you he was going to do it. Here's what most people miss though. Every reset in history created a new class of winners. The ones who saw it early and moved before the rest. This one will be no different.
So, God, you see his end game. I'm a Marvel fan. You see the end game. You see the end game. Iran, China, and also the debt. You see the end game. Okay, so now we see the end game. Let's go a little deeper. All right, now let's go a little deeper on the war. On the war, okay? So we see the end game. We're gonna map this out, guys. Map this out, and then I'm gonna give you a little bit of a more detail on what I mean, okay? Don't shout me down. Don't shout me down. Here we go. Let's get into it. Here we go. Boom. Let's go.
The war between the U.S. and Iran just ended, and almost nobody sees what happens next, because the next steps were decided long before the war even started. This war sent oil to $120, and U.S. inflation passed 4%, and crashed crypto over 50%. Every red candle this year traces back to this one conflict. But now the war is over, and this changes everything. Oil price and inflation are collapsing. A new Fed chair who wants rates lower. And when cheap money floods the markets, it could be the start of the biggest rally in years. But here's what the media never says out loud. The same man who created this conflict is the one releasing it right before the midterms. The crash and the recovery were always part of the same plan. Follow us.
So, was this crash manufactured with the recovery being what he wants to do next, right before the midterms? Okay? So we have to get the end game. Now let's map it through. All right, so now we at the war, right? And again, Trump is oddly confident here, right? Oddly confident. He knows something that we don't know. Okay, walk me through it. Now that's that one. So now we see a little bit about the war. Let's go a little deeper on the war. Okay, on the war. Let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, a little bit deeper. Now, here we go. This is fun for me, guys. This is really fun for me. So let's go a little deeper. Here is a little bit more on the war, and we're going to bring in a little bit about the debt. Here we go.
Trump doesn't need to win this war. He needs to end it at the right time. And once you see the timeline, the next 4 months explain themselves. Because wars do not end when somebody wins anymore. They end when the man running them has everything he wanted.
Correct.
And Trump's list is almost complete. Look at what this war already bought him. Oil and inflation jumped and markets crashed. So trillions in scared money ran into U.S. treasuries, refinancing America's debt for cheap. The war did its job months ago. Now look at the calendar, midterms in November.
Right around the corner.
Trump needs green markets and cheap gas when America votes. And there is one lever that delivers both at once, ending the war. The moment it stops, inflation falls, and the Fed finally gets its excuse to cut. Every domino falls automatically. That is why this ending will not come from the battlefield. It will come from the schedule. Peace will arrive exactly when Trump needs it most. The media will call it news. The calendar will show it was always the plan. Wars used to end with a victory parade. This one ends with a rate cut. Follow us.
So remember, Trump has been really hard when Powell was the Fed chairman on cutting the rates. He got his Fed chairman in there, guys. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the debt. Right? To the debt. Now, we saw about scared money running into what? T-bills, government bonds. Stay right there. We talked about the oil, right? Talked about the war. And now let's talk about the debt. Right? Now, how's it going to do this? I'm glad you asked, guys. Okay? Here is a little bit. Let's go a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. We almost done. Thank y'all for allowing me to walk down this is a theory of mine. All right? It's a theory of mine. All right, here we go. Let's dive into this next one. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Trump crashed the markets on purpose. And the same people who made billions on the way down just started buying everything back. All year you watched stocks and gold bleed. Bitcoin cut in half to under 60,000. The media blamed the war and inflation, but it all traces back to one man Trump put inside the Fed, Kevin Warsh. The whole world expected rate cuts. Instead, he froze rates and let the markets drown. Why? America had trillions in debt to refinance, and it could not afford the interest anymore. But when markets crash, scared money runs into one place. U.S. Treasuries, yields drop, and the biggest debt pile in history suddenly became affordable again. The crash was never an accident. It was the payment plan, and your portfolio paid for it. But this week, the payment cleared. The war is over. Oil is collapsing, and the same man who froze the markets suddenly said inflation risks have come down. That is the switch. BlackRock, $11 trillion under management, heard it and bought Bitcoin 5 days in a row while retail is still hiding. This is the moment in every cycle where fortunes quietly change hands. Insiders buy the bottom. The crowd buys the top. 4 months before the midterms, every light turns green exactly on schedule. The crash saved America's debt. The recovery is built to win the election. And for once, you are seeing the play before it finishes. Don't let fear decide for you. Follow Hano Crypto.
So again, guys, follow Hano Crypto, guys. They give out great content. Do you see debt, treasury bills? Everybody scared money running into that. The resetting of the debt, right before the midterms. And the rate cut has been the Trump card. We almost done, guys. We're almost done. Now, remember, guys, when Trump first got into office, guys, he appointed 2 people. Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent. Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. Now, why is this so important? Howard Lutnick, right, is the crypto capital godfather. Okay? He made his billions with cryptocurrency. Number 2, You also had Scott Bessent, Secretary of Treasury. He made his billions in what? Trading currency. Those were his two most important appointments up front. Why? They pushed a policy. What they push? Stable coins. The Genius Act and the Clarity Act. Right? I'm going to where those are in a second. Don't you worry about it. I got you. But why is stable coins a part of the plan? I'm glad you actually asked, y'all. Let's get into it real fast. I think you're gonna like this a ton. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go a little deeper. Go a little deeper. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Is Trump about to trigger the biggest crypto pump in history by using a secret strategy every president before him used? If you're holding XRP, Bitcoin, or crypto, you need to hear this. The U.S. debt is so massive it can never be paid back. There is only one way out. Make the dollar worth less until the debt is small enough to handle. When the dollar falls, money runs into hard assets. Gold, real estate, and the most reactive market on earth, crypto. Every empire in history did this. They devalued the currency. Hard assets exploded. The people holding paper got crushed. The people holding scarce assets got rich. Trump isn't a crypto bull. He's a businessman. The pump is just a side effect. Predict the next.
So again, guys, stable coins, the Stable Coin Act was used to inflate the debt away by devaluing the dollar. But we're not done, yo. We got one last play. One last play. Why is the stable coin so important on the global stage? Why is it so important on the global stage, guys? Why? I know the answer. I'm gonna let him tell you though. Okay, let's go to this last video real fast, man. And then we get over to digital banking. All right, here we go. This is the last one, guys. Last one. Keep in mind, debt and stablecoin. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Please do. Here we go. Here is the last one. Then we get into it. Let's get into it. Here we go. Boom. This is the last one. And then I'll break it all down for you. Don't you worry. Your partner got you. Here we go.
Trump is about to turn every smartphone on the planet into an American bank account. And it could trigger the greatest economic boom in American history. It's called a stable coin, a digital dollar anyone on earth can hold with nothing but a phone. No bank required. And it moves across borders in seconds. Here's how that makes America rich. By law, every stable coin must be backed by real dollars and U.S. government debt. So every person in Argentina, Nigeria, or Turkey who swaps their collapsing currency for digital dollars forces more American debt to get bought automatically. Now scale that up. Billions of people holding dollars for the first time ever. That's the largest expansion of the dollar in history. America prints the money, the entire world lines up to hold it, and the debt gets funded by global demand instead of American taxpayers. Other countries export oil and cars. America is about to export money itself. That's the boom almost nobody sees coming. And it's already being signed into law. Follow us.
Now do you see why the Stable Act was so important? Because the dollar, come to me. Come to real fast, guys. Now do you see why the Stable Act was so important, guys? Why was it so important? Walk with me. Walk with me. All right? Why was it so important? Guys, here are the facts. If you go to debtclock.org, it says we have $39 trillion in debt. That's a lie. It's actually higher than that. It's over $200+ trillion. Why? Because of the fact that Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid are not included in that $39 trillion number. Those are called off-balance sheet accounting. If you and I did this, we would go to jail for fraud. Okay? The government does this all the time. So those three factors are not in that $39 trillion. We were bringing in $5.4 trillion in tax revenue, paying out $7.3. That's unsustainable. That cannot work. It cannot. It's impossible. So what do you have to do to be able to prolong the grift? Simple. Inflating the debt away through modern monetary theory. How do you do that without being so obvious? Through a war. Why a war? Well, number one, you want to control one of the most valuable assets, which is what? Oil. Why do you think we went after Venezuela first? Now remember, we went after Venezuela after the Stable Act was signed. And the Clarity Act is about to get signed as well into law as well also. Which the Clarity Act and Stable Act actually go hand in glove. I'm going to get there in a second. Walk with me now. We go into Venezuela. Took over Venezuela. Right? We just go in and take their president. Boss move. Right? And everybody was cool. Mexico was cool with it. Right? Colombia was cool with it. Did not one nation at all in Latin America push against that at all. Why? Because why? We wanted that oil. And we got it. Next was Iran. Now, why was Iran? Yes, some of that was for oil, but they understood that Iran was going to fight back because these dudes over there crazy. They about that. They about that life. They about that life over there. They are. So why go after Iran? And it wasn't for the oil. The oil play was to force it up, make it more expensive, so that the dollar can begin to crash. Ooh, I'm teaching. Crash. Why? Because they needed the dollar to go down in value, so that everybody could then get scared and go into what? Government bonds and T-bills. That was a trap right there. Right there. Now, why is it so important right there? Very simple. Very simple. Because when it comes to the Stable Act, a dollar has to back every single coin. Every coin. But here's the thing about it is Trump is like, how do I kind of get rid of this debt or alleviate this pressure? If I link the dollar to the stable coins, right? I can alleviate the pressure from the American people and be able to send it out to the other countries. Why? Because everybody's flocking to government bonds and T-bills. That's just attach what? Those T-bills to the stable coins. Therefore, now what's happening is instead of shipping out gold and silver and hard assets, I'm simply shipping out our debt. Therefore, resetting our debt. That's what he did the whole time. That's what he did, guys. That was the play, was to reset everything. That was the play. And to do it right at the right time, right before the midterms. Do you see why he was putting so much pressure on the former Fed Chairman Powell and wanted Kevin Warsh? He wanted this guy up in there. Because why? He wanted to be able to cut rates. Do you see why when it came to Iran, he was so nonchalant about it? Because why? It was all in his plan. All in his plan. All in the plan. Will it work? Don't know. I don't know if it'll work. My whole thing is that was his plan the whole time. Manufacture crash through war, right? So that scared money can run into government bonds and T-bills. You can then latch the stable coins to the T-bills, therefore sending off the debt to across the borders. That's what he was doing. That's that's my theory. It's my theory. Will the rates be cut right now? No. Not at all. Man, I hope that was good, guys. Hope that was good. All right, guys. Man. Whew. I had to cook a little bit. Now, guys, this is gonna be the last topic real quick, guys. All right. And this is a fun topic. Okay. Fun topic. Now. Oh, my bad. Wrong one. My fault. Now, this is our Protecting the Bag series, guys. Real quickly. Here we go. Network and hustle. All right, guys. Protecting the Bag series, guys. This is called digital banking, otherwise known as banking as a service. Liddell, what's that? I'm glad you asked. Building wealth through embedded finance and fintech. Okay. let's dive into what digital banking is. All right. Digital banking is, let me give you guys an example of digital banks. You have traditional banks, which is Wells Fargo, Bank of America, brick and mortar, those branches. Those are traditional banks. Well, you have what they called digital banks like SoFi, Chime, Venmo, Zelle, Apple, right? Those are forms of fintech digital banks, right? All right. So, SoFi was the most well-known one, and they began in refinancing government debt when it came to student loans. Got very good at that. Then they graduated over to cars, and now they do. Now you can open up a checking account. Now they do credit cards, mortgages. They've really grown a lot. So has Chime, so has PayPal, so has Cash App. Those are digital banks, right? Digital banks, right? Now, guys, let me kind of explain to you what this is real fast, and then I get to the money, okay? Because I want to make sure everybody understands what digital banking is, okay? Here's a little bit of a video real fast, guys, of digital banking, and then I'll bring in the money a little bit, guys. Make see what's going on. Here we go. Let's get into it. Boom. Wow. Here we go. Let's get into it. Here's digital banking, right? I'm going to get rid of this real quickly, right? And let's go. Here we go.
You may not realize it, but we're in the middle of a major shift in how each of us manages our money. And it's all because of that smart device you're likely using to watch this video. If you've ever used a banking app, you are a part of this shift. And now, there are more banking app options than ever, many of which aren't even banks. They use something called Banking as a Service to provide you banking products. Banking as a Service, or BaaS, is where a traditional bank or financial institution, such as Evolve Bank and Trust, provide access to banking infrastructure and services to third-party companies. Fintech companies such as Dave partner with banks like Evolve to utilize various services within the bank. For the end user, you may never realize a brick and mortar bank is backing your banking app, but be glad they are. Evolve and other partner banks not only offer these companies' products and services, but also FDIC insurance, compliance management, and so much more. These bank and fintech.
So again, guys, that is what a banking as a service is. That's what it is. It is a way for consumers to be able to choose different banks. You can, but typically you're really confined by PNCs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Capital One, those branch or brick and mortar type of banks, which really don't give you nothing in exchange. They just hold your money for you. That's all they do. And then they leverage it out at a 10x ratio. Therefore, you're left holding the bag. Make sense, guys? This is different. Okay? What if you could actually partner with a digital bank and share in the profits with them? What? This is banking as a service. This is the business model, the most lucrative business model that no one has heard of. And they are growing. Now, why would a digital bank want to partner with traditional individuals like you and I? Very good question. Here's why. Right now, when it comes to traditional banks, how do they actually grow their footprint? Through their branches. You used to get paid and you used to go to a branch and deposit a check and do all your banking business there, draw money out of ATM, all of that there, which is fine, right? But there's a lot of overhead they actually have in the billions. But digital banks are different. They don't have that overhead. So they're saving billions annually. So for them to partner with you and I is a better marketing plan to increase their footprint versus investing billions into a building and hiring people and paying payroll and as well as insurance and all this stuff as well. It's a big operation. You see the difference there, right? Now, let's get to the money. Let's go to the money. I'm going to show you in Stephen. I see Stephen. I'm going to show you in a second. Here is one of the banks that offer a very lucrative partnership. Okay, and it's going to present everything to you. All right, here we go. Let's dive into this real quickly, guys. 1 sec here. Here we go. Let's go back 1 sec. Boom. Here we go. Here is a little bit of a teaser video of what this is. Okay, guys. I want to bring it on real fast. I'm gonna get these out the way, and I'm gonna let it play, and then I'm going to talk a little bit. Okay, but here it is. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Right now, someone in your phone contacts is buying a coffee. Someone else just got a notification that their monthly subscription renewed. The average person taps their card more than 30 times a month and auto-pays nearly a dozen subscriptions. These are regular habits that lead to daily and monthly spending. But what if every single one of those microtransactions paid you? Introducing Dingo Blue, a powerful financial technology platform built for the way people actually live today. Powered by the ACN direct sales infrastructure, Dingo Blue gives your network a frictionless mobile account. 16.6 trillion. That's how much money is sitting in checking and savings accounts across the United States right now. Now, imagine getting paid when your customers simply do what they're already doing every day. When they keep a balance in their savings and checking accounts, you earn every single month a small percentage of what is in those accounts. When they tap their card for groceries, you earn. When they fill up their tank, pay their bills, grab a coffee, book a trip, or shop online, you earn. Every swipe, every purchase, every month. Every transaction creates another powerful opportunity to earn income through everyday purchases people are already making. Bills, gas, online checkouts, every swipe creates another opportunity. Dingo Blue aggregates those micro percentages, building a compounding residual pipeline directly to you. You acquire the customer once, you monetize their lifestyle indefinitely. No legacy fees, total transparency. Banking services are provided securely by our licensed FDIC-insured partner bank, giving your network institutional-grade protection. Stop funding someone else's success. Start creating your own. Tap into your pre-approved marketing toolkit, connect with your network, and launch your Dingo Blue engine now.
All right, guys, that is Dingo Blue. That is a digital bank. Okay, that's what that is. Do you see how this works? Let me kind of give you guys an example. I have this next to me, okay? Back in 2007, electricity was deregulated. I'm in Texas. And so Texas was one of the first ones to do it. TXU was the gorilla in the room. What they did was it allowed for consumers like me and you to be able to choose our own electric provider, right? That's when you had Reliant come out and Ambit and Stream Energy and other small retail electric providers or reps, right, to come out. And there was an explosion of income because there was a deregulation. Whenever there's a deregulation or a change in the industry, there's always a shift of wealth every single time. Right. So let's move forward to digital banking. Okay. Digital banking. Now, why is this bigger? Well, in the energy sector, you looked at, I think it was about maybe a $30 billion industry. I might be wrong on figure. Digital banking, $16.6 trillion. That's what a T. This is the fact of the deregulation of the energy of the banking industry. And as you saw in the previous segment, there's a huge pivot over to the digitizing of the dollar at the government level and global level. This falls right in line with that whole pivot. It just so happens that we get the chance to participate in the banking service. Makes sense, guys? Think about this. The average American taps or uses their credit card just by living life 30 times a month. What if you actually getting paid a nickel each time they swipe that debit or credit card? What if we actually got to share in the interest being paid on the credit card? Potentially. How about as money's resting in the consumer's account, you're getting a piece of that pie. Not bad, is it? Do they offer stock? No. No, they do not at all. Steve, they don't want to go into the stock business. They actually, because the stock business does not increase their footprint. They're literally trying to take a huge market away from the JP Morgan Chases, away from the Bank of America's, away from the Wells Fargo's. Give you an example. You have a savings account, let's say with Wells Fargo. Let's say, for instance, they're paying you less than 1%. A digital bank can pay you higher than that, maybe 2%. What if you actually get a piece of that pie? By offering a better deal to the consumer. Don't know about you as a consumer. I want a better deal with my bank. I do. So again, guys, this is what they want to do. Now, if you want more information about Dingo Blue, this digital bank, they are launching this platform. It's September 25th and 26th. They're launching it. And it's going to be a huge explosion. Okay? This is what I thought it'd be wise for me to talk about because of the fact that I don't know about you guys. If I had a chance to invest in Walmart, Dr. Pepper, right? 7-Eleven, McDonald's, Burger King, hello, SpaceX. Just saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. This opportunity is, in my opinion, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, guys. If you're wanting more information about it, because people have been wanting more information about it, guys. At the end of the show, I will be playing the video, and you can scan on the QR code, things of that nature, or in the show notes below, guys. If you're on YouTube or Rumble, there's a link down there, guys. You can just click on it, and you can go right to it. And it's free information. Just go listen to it. It's free. Go listen to the information. It's free. If you're on Instagram, guys, there's a link at the bottom, right there on the bottom. Go ahead, guys, click on that link and go look at it. It's free. Go look at it and see if it works best for you. I don't know about you. For me, I'm adding about eight more profit centers to my business model. Yep. My real estate private equity business model, I'm adding 8 more business profit centers per tenant. Mm-hmm. Just saying, guys, this is not hard to understand. Not hard. But anyways, guys, I hope I added some value today, guys. This was kind of fun to me. If you guys want to talk with me at all, guys, hold on one second, guys. Let's go back here. I'll just QR code real fast. This is better. If you guys want to have a conversation with me, which is fine, you're welcome to do that, guys. What you can do is scan on the QR code. I'm on Connect, right? That's if you reach out to me, that is me talking. It's me, guys. It's me. Scan on the QR code, guys. Ask me any question you want about business, life, marriage, the Bible, finance, anything you need. I answer. Politics. I could ask a lot of questions. Fine. Reach out to me. I'm right there on Manette, guys. Also, guys, we are giving away our free ebook, guys, Distressed Property Investing, right? It is completely free. And me and Cliff are going to probably end up launching the Cashflow Club, but it's going to be more of an exclusive club We'll be doing property tours, vetting deals, partner with people. We're going to make it more exclusive so that we can get more value. If you want to get that free book, but it's free. Make money when you buy, not when you sell, guys. Scan the QR code here on the screen, or what you can do, you can also click on the link below in the show notes, guys. It's right there, guys. Go download it. It's free. It'll cost you no money. It's free. And lastly, if you want to know more information about this, guys, about digital banking, right? Scan the QR code right there on the screen. Click on the link below in the show notes, guys. It's right there. If you on Instagram, it's right there on the screen, guys. But guys, man, hope I had some value to you guys. God bless you. Oh yeah, guys, and merch is coming. Okay, the merch is coming. I may begin a wait list for the merch. And we got some fire coming out, guys. Me and Sunni, guys. But guys, God bless you. I hope I added some value for you for today, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Today was my birthday. I'm 47 years old, guys. Still look better than you. Don't get mad at me. Talk to Jesus about that thing, guys. But guys, God bless you. If I get in with my bride, I gotta get up in the morning and take care of business, guys. But God bless you. See you guys next week. Oh, my bad. Forgive me, guys. My fault. Tomorrow, Real Estate Friday Live, guys. Friday Live is a little bit of a sneak peek of not what we're going to talk about, or what we actually talk about. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Okay.
Sir, there's a GC right there. Cliff.
Go.
It's piers. We got concrete piers and wood piers.
Yes, sir.
Checklist. Check out the checklist. We got it for everything we need.
Yes, sir.
Right, you forget some things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to outline. Make sure you hit every single thing. What's the foundation? Plumbing, electric, painting, flooring, everything. So you don't miss anything.
Okay.
You want to make sure you get all your checks.
Okay. I want to introduce you guys to Cliff Hunter. Cliff is a world-renowned flipper. He actually flips. He's also a GC as well. He's a good contractor. When it comes to all of our renovations, all over the nation, you'll talk to this guy right here. Guys, Real Estate Friday Live is tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST. Come kick it with Cliff and your partner, man. We're going to talk about all things real estate and crypto. And crypto, guys. And we're going to talk about a strategy, guys, when it comes to locating distressed properties for pennies. Yeah. And it's going to be in a place to where you probably have seen before, but you probably missed it. Yeah, that's going to be fire tomorrow, guys. And then lastly, guys, we are doing the Countermove Podcast interview series, guys. We got some guests coming up, guys. Here's a little bit of sneak peek about that as well. Here we go. One of the many questions that I receive is, Liddell, how do I get into those rooms? Well, this interview series is just for you. So welcome to the room.
We on now. They respect us cause we on now. Money up, run the whole town, don't we? This power money can't slow down. Money won't slow down. Ooh, we doing a lot. How we got on top. How we got on the top. Network and hustle.
Guys, this Countermove Podcast interview series, guys, is coming out, guys. Whew, it's been a very busy year, but I got some folks coming. Folks coming that you're going to realize will give you a lot of value. We're going to get a whiteboard, guys. We're going to write out their game, how they went from zero to where they went to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, $100 million. Yeah, I got them coming. Yeah. All right, guys. But guys, I got to go. Thanks so much for your time. God bless you. Again, thank you guys for all of the birthday wishes. You guys made a special day for your partner. Man, 47 years, man. Wow, that's something. And I'm dropping my daughter off in college on Tuesday. So spending my last couple of days with my daughter. which will be good and happy for her. But guys, gotta go. God bless you. See you guys tomorrow. Every time before you leave, while you can, you see the thing, baby. Take a picture for your mom and them. Holla at your party. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. All right, y'all. Man, peace. What's good, guys? It's your partner Dale here, man. Hey, I always say that when it comes to real estate, I think this is the best time. The next 3 to 5 years is the best time, in my opinion, to begin to invest in real estate. Whether you are a seasoned investor or a novice investor, this is the best time, in my opinion, to invest in real estate. Now, why would I say that? It's very simple. Whenever there is some stagnation within the real estate industry, that's the best time to get deals, right? Deals are what attract the capital, right? A good deal will always attract good capital. Now, what's a good deal? Well, I like buying distressed properties below wholesale. The skill to buying right is learning how to locate distressed properties in your city, county, or state. Now, the good thing about it is we are giving away a free ebook called Distressed Property Investing. We talk about different ways of locating distressed properties in your city, county, state, what to look for, who to call, things of that nature. It is free. Once you master this type of skill of locating distressed properties, you'll never be broke ever again, because good deals attract the right capital. All right, guys? So to get the free ebook, click on the link below, scan on the QR code here on the screen, or you can DM us the word real estate and my team will get you out this free ebook. Again, it's completely free. Just want to get you this information so you can begin to get the bag while buying real estate. Stay blessed.
Right now, someone in your phone contacts is buying a coffee. Someone else just got a notification that their monthly subscription renewed. The average person taps their card more than 30 times a month and auto-pays nearly a dozen subscriptions. These are regular habits that lead to daily and monthly spending. But what if every single one of those microtransactions paid you? Introducing Dingo Blue, a powerful financial technology platform built for the way people actually live today. Powered by the ACN direct sales infrastructure, Dingo Blue gives your network a frictionless mobile account. 16.6 trillion. That's how much money is sitting in checking and savings accounts across the United States right now. Now, imagine getting paid when your customers simply do what they're already doing every day. When they keep a balance in their savings and checking accounts, you earn every single month a small percentage of what is in those accounts. When they tap their card for groceries, you earn. When they fill up their tank, pay their bills, grab a coffee, book a trip, or shop online, you earn. Every swipe, every purchase, every month. Every transaction creates another powerful opportunity to earn income through everyday purchases people are already making. Bills, gas, online checkouts, every swipe creates another opportunity. Dingo Blue aggregates those micro percentages, building a compounding residual pipeline directly to you. You acquire the customer once. You monetize their lifestyle indefinitely. No legacy fees. Total transparency. Banking services are provided securely by our licensed FDIC-insured partner bank, giving your network institutional-grade protection. Stop funding someone else's success. Start creating your own. Tap into your pre-approved marketing toolkit, connect with your network, and launch your Dingo Blue engine now.
To learn more about this banking-as-a-service digital banking business model, and to see how it can potentially benefit you financially to build wealth, click on the link below, scan the QR code, or DM me the word bank. I'll send you the details. Stay blessed and holla at your butt.